Let's do a fifth main topic today here, shall we? And this kind of is a little bit of an off the top because this just dropped this morning. We have been waiting for, and it's happened, a brand new, first of its kind, Venom, Let There Be Carnage trailer has officially dropped. And I'm not going to bury the lead. I freaking loved it. I loved it. But here's why. Take this with a caveat. The original Venom movie, a lot of the critics didn't like, but a lot of the audience did. And it went on to be a smash success, made over 800 million, I believe, at the box office, which is, everybody swore up and down, Venom will never succeed. It'll never work because Spider-Man's not in it and blah, 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 blah. Thing made over $800 million. And the reason it made over $800 million is because the majority of the audience found it delightful. You take somebody like my wife, Anne, and she just goes bonkers for that movie. And one of the things that really worked for her in the movie was the amount of charm and humor that they had to it. A charm and humor that doesn't work for everybody, Rob. Doesn't work for everybody. But for a lot of the casual movie-going audience, that charm and humor they put in that first one is why that movie made $800 million.
Yes.
It just appealed to a lot of those people. And so myself and Anne are watching this trailer, and they start off with tastes of that humor. And my wife's like, my new #1 most anticipated movie of the year. I'm like, okay. And I thought the trailer was really good. I think they showed a really nice balance, if you will. I think they showed a really good balance between, that charm and humor that they had in the first one, but also saying, hey guys, hey, this is not just going to be, let's laugh along with Tom Hardy 2 hours.
Right.
There's also carnage in this thing. And they gave us, just as a good first trailer, and only a first trailer, they gave us great glimpses of the carnage we're going to get. I was surprised they actually showed the dude in the execution chair as they're about to put him to death. And then you see the red come out and block the poisons from going in, and then the freaking out. And, I think a lot of people, all of us, have been very excited about Woody Harrelson playing Cletus. I think there could be something very good there with that. So I got to say, for me, I know it's not going to be for everybody, but what is interesting, though, when you go over to the Venom trailer, right now, it's got an over 99% approval rate at the moment. So the movie-going audience seems to be really liking this. It has 1.8 thousand dislikes compared to 208,000 likes at the moment. So it's running over a 99% clip right now. So again, it just seems like the general movie-going audience is responding to this. They're liking what they see. I like it. But Rob, just like the first movie was not for everybody, and they clearly were saying, what worked for us in the first movie, let's bring that over into this one. What I said to you before the show started was, I have a feeling that people who enjoyed the first Venom movie are really going to like this trailer. And for people that the first Venom movie didn't quite work for them, I'm not so sure that this trailer is going to work for them either. That's kind of my take on it. But anyway, Rob, you saw the first trailer. How do you see people responding to it? How do you respond to it? What are your thoughts?
Well, obviously, I think Venom was an unexpected hit that people really dug. And I have to say, I mean, it opens with, I wouldn't have thought that a trailer like this would open with somebody making breakfast. In this case, both Tom Hardy and Venom making breakfast together. And clearly Venom's now a part of the neighborhood. Everyone seems to know him, and I have to say it was amusing. It wasn't exactly what I had thought they would lead with, but I chuckled. I thought it was funny. And then we see glimpses of action and things. Obviously, the CG is going to be further refined and things like that. But I think this it captured the spirit of what we're going to get.
Yeah, I agree.
And I can't deny that. Look, I know you love the trailer. I thought it was long on goofiness, but it made me want to see it. I was like, all right, I'll watch this movie, because I didn't expect to chuckle as much as I did with that opening. And they spent a lot of the trailers, that making breakfast scene, more than you would normally expect from a first teaser, a first look. But I I was intrigued. I laughed and Carnage. I can't believe we're getting a Carnage and Venom movie. Honestly, that's just all right. I'll watch this.
But I
yes,
think
I will.
The key here, Rob, is going to be, I mean, look, appeal to the people that loved the first movie. Hey guys, listen, that charm, that humor that you liked in the first one, we've got it. Like when I can't remember the name of there was Mrs. Kim or Mrs. Lee that runs the convenience store, and she says, the chocolate is late, and all you hear is Venom voice, no! You're right. My wife laughed her ass off when that happened, right? But the key is going to be that while you're appealing to those people who the first movie worked for, people like me, people like my wife, things like that, the movie itself is going to have to make sure it strikes that balance of, have that humor and have that charm. But remember, this movie is also called Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And to me, it was a nice mixture. They did mix in the breakfast scene with an execution scene, with complaining about there not being chocolate, with people looking terrified, and our first images and glimpses of what Carnage is going to. And by the way, let me bring up this image again, because when you had to think about, man, how can they make Carnage at least look right in this movie? They seem to have gotten that. I mean, I don't hear a lot of people complaining about the look of Carnage. So the Carnage at least hits a good look. And Rob, I think if, and this is the big if, and this will determine whether this movie's really successful or not, I think, if they can strike that balance of the charm, the humor from the first film that people really liked, with a lot of the visceralness that a lot of people are looking forward to with a Carnage being in it, if they can strike that balance, this is going to be another, I mean, COVID and the theater industry being where it is notwithstanding, but instead of $8 million, let's change the bar to maybe like 650. This could be another $650, $700 million smash hit for them going into it. But to me, the key is being able to hit that balance. Rob, what do you think the key for this Venom project is going to be, now that you've taken a peek at the trailer, for this thing to really work once it actually opens?
Well, I mean, I think it has to. There's a certain expectation by bringing a character like Carnage front and center along with Venom. This has to provide viciously bonkers thrills, and whatever battle between these two characters is the result, it's got to be pretty over the top, and it has to be lots of fun. I would imagine many people die. There's lots of destruction of some kind, and it's going to have to, I mean, it's almost got to be, in a way, this is going to seem strange to say, but I love Beverly Hills Cop. And Beverly Hills Cop is the perfect balance of action film and comedy. It does a really good job of threading a line. It doesn't shy away from gun battles and car chases and R-rated action, but at the same time, it's really funny. And I think that Venom, Let There Be Carnage is going to have to do that very thing. It's got to be really irreverent. It's got to go into Deadpool territory. And I expect when these two characters are on screen, it's got to be bonkers, man. I mean, it's got to provide. You have to have that kind of. You're going to be laughing at the same time, going, "Oh my God, I can't believe they just did that." It's got to have that balance, and that's. If anybody could do it, I think Andy Serkis can, because I keep thinking about the Gollum Schmeagol scene in Two Towers.
Yeah.
And if he can bring that thing, whatever he was doing in the performance when he's talking to himself, because that's kind of the appeal. Venom has a lot of Gollum in it.
Yeah, that dichotomy is going to be really key.
Yeah, it's going to be really, and I think Andy Serkis, from just looking at this, although it's going to be tough, John, because if it goes too far, it might not work. It's got to have that balance. The balance is crucial. So, guys, the question is for you. What did you think about the Venom trailer? Right now, it's holding a 99.1% approval rating so far. But again, it's much like the first film that wasn't for everybody and didn't work for everyone. Maybe it didn't work for you. But overall, I think there's a lot of props. And we got to remember here, Rob, this is still just the first trailer. This is just trailer number 1.
You know, they just gave us little glimpses. I'm looking forward to seeing what else we see along the way. Questions for you guys. What did you guys think? What do you think is going to be the key? If this thing's going to be as successful as the first film, what do you think the key to that success is going to be? I think it's striking the balance between the humor and the visceralness. What do you guys think it's going to be? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Okay, guys.